Hi everyone, my name is Siobhan Davids and today I will be reviewing the 2024 Adidas Metalbone HRD, the racket of choice by both myself and Alejandro Galán. So, the immediate feel is that it's a lot less harsh on my arm. The old Metalbone, I used to kind of feel vibrations flowing down my arm after I hit the sweet spot. This one's a little bit more forgiving and I feel like the sweet spot got a lot bigger. You had to really be proficient in your technique last year to play with this racket, and I really think that Adidas increased the size of the sweet spot, but I do think you still need to have pretty good technique in order to make the best use of this racket. It is after all used by Galán. So, the Metalbone HRD is one of my favorite looking rackets in terms of aesthetics. The carbon weave pattern is amazing when you hold the racket at just the right angle and it reflects into the light. My favorite aspect of both this racket and the Metalbone is of course that mosaic, almost tapestry pattern that they have as they implemented the spin blade technology. Absolutely beautiful, almost looks like a piece of jewelry. And why I like this racket a little bit more than the normal Metalbone is just because it's less harsh to look at. The white neck, and I'm always going to pair it with a white grip of course, really balances out the colors really well. I absolutely love the look of this racket. This racket absolutely shines when it comes to volleys, purely because you have the confidence to hit close to the lines, close to the glass. You really can finish this ball confidently, mainly because that high density foam gives you not just the punch that you need, but it gives you the feedback you need. So after hitting a few volleys with this racket, I really felt like I could edge closer and closer and closer to my target and take higher risk just because I had that trust in the foam and the racket was going to help me direct the ball exactly where I wanted with exactly the amount of power needed. Now with the overheads, of course, this racket is one of my all-time favorite rackets to hit overheads with. Not just the bandejas and the vibras, but it really shines with those kick smashes, flat smashes. They just sail off the court. They can just sail out the court. And what I want to emphasize is the sweet spot is not going to give you that free energy. If you want that, definitely look at one of the other Metalbones. This foam is for the precise player, very good technically, can make use of the high density foam, can make use of the feedback that they get after hitting overheads with this racket. I think when you make contact with the sweet spot, the ball definitely doesn't sit in the foam, but it just absolutely explodes off the surface as you make contact. That extra explosiveness and that extra feedback you get is exactly why you choose the Metalbone Hard over the normal Metalbone. So, time to answer my most frequently asked question: why am I playing with this into the 2024 season, and why am I alternating between this and the Metalbone? The second question I'll answer in a separate video, but the first question is, this racket gives me all the feedback I need to make sure I pretty much never make the same mistake twice in a row. The feedback I get off the foam gives me so much precision, so much feel. I can immediately tell where exactly the ball made contact with the frame, how much spin I put on, how much of the sweet spot I made contact with. And when you do make contact, you get the utmost precision, all the power and all the feedback you'll ever need to accurately hit the glass, hit it over the fence with a kick smash, make it sail over the net when you hit the middle glass. You won't regret playing with this racket if you're a high-skilled player. The reason I say high-skilled player is this racket does not give much for free. You have to have very good technique, not just to find the sweet spot, to make use of the sweet spot. I really enjoy playing with this, and I'm really happy that they made the racket a bit less harsh, far fewer vibrations sailing down my arm when I make contact with the sweet spot. And most importantly, they made it a little bit more forgiving. Sweet spot is definitely bigger than last year, and I can't wait to take this into my 2024 season.